Do you want more energy, sharper focus, and lasting confidence? Today I'm going to go through 12 simple habits that you can implement in your life to change in just a few months. So I just want to sort of go over the concept of introducing small habits daily and the compounding effect that they have in a few months or, up to a year. Because the key thing people need to remember with this topic is when you implement habits, they do take time to compound. Some are faster, some are slower, but you can't just expect change the next day. And people love that in life. They just want things instantly. And that's just not how it works when you want to get true satisfaction out of things like habits and new traits that you want to build into yourself. So I'm going to go through 4 sort of categories for this video. So it's going to be energy, mindset, fitness, and creativity. So for mindset, the number one thing that I've found that has helped me a lot is the future self visualization method. So basically the way that I work on my life is I already basically act out the things that I would be doing already in like 3 months time now. So I think of the character, I think of the discipline, the traits that that person has, and I do those things every day as if I'm already that person. Maybe it sounds a bit confusing. I've made another video on this, but it's basically just a visualization of, this person who's doing all of these great things. So say, you have a fitness goal to lose weight. So you go past McDonald's and you're like, I'm obviously not going to go into McDonald's because this person that I am now is already the person who's lost the weight. That's a brief way of explaining it. So the second thing I've done to basically maintain my discipline so well is like a weekly review and reward system for the work that I do. So currently with my schedule, I'm not working after 5 p.m. I don't have meetings after 5 p.m. And as soon as it hits 5 p.m., I'm just doing whatever I want. If that's like seeing friends or, going to have a drink or going to play a sport, something fun basically. So all my work is tied from 6:45 a.m. when I wake up to 5 p.m. And if I'm not able to complete the work, which I always should because I have to-do lists that are things that I want to accomplish in that day, if I'm not able to, then I'll just move it on to the next day, kind of like a normal job, which is really important to stick to a routine like this when you're managing all of your own time, because otherwise it can just get super out of hand. And then every week I review my schedule to make sure like I am actually completing stuff. If stuff is too overwhelming or if I'm tasking myself with too many things to do, I review and adapt it every week so I can make sure that I'm actually completing these things consistently on a weekly basis. And the other mindset thing is I'm always learning. Like this is something that I really love doing because, I'm helping people improve their mindset and discipline, and I'm working with people directly on my website, thepillars.life. So if you actually do need to reach a discipline or a mindset goal within like 3 months, then you can check out that website and book a call with me. But basically with this stuff, I'm always learning. So I'm listening to audiobooks, I'm reading, I'm learning off my clients, like what they tell me, and then I can learn to apply that to future clients, stuff like that. If you're actually working on something that you really enjoy, then it won't seem like work. And the mindset or the topic that you're learning will just become part of your life. It will be enjoyment. I'm on the treadmill now and I listen to audiobooks. I don't watch YouTube or like do anything sort of dopamine inducing in my work hours. So energy, I'll give 3 habits for energy. The first one is, I wake up in the morning and I just get sunlight. So if that's in the form of going downstairs to like the area where I can get sun, like by the pool, and just sitting there or walking around, or just opening the curtains and standing there for, 2 or 3 minutes just to get sun in the morning first thing, it actually helps. There's some scientific stuff I won't go into, but it actually helps seeing that and puts you in a mood where you're more awake. And the other one is drink water. I've set high goals for this in the past and like drinking, like a liter of water in the morning, and I actually can't, but I just make it a habit to drink some water straight away because that also just helps your body and helps you like become a bit more energized. And then the third one, consistent sleep schedule. On weekends, sometimes my sleep schedule isn't as consistent, but in general, in the week when I'm working, I'm in bed pretty early, 10 p.m., waking up at 6:45. The weekend days, I don't actually set an alarm, but during the week, I have that alarm set and I have that sleep schedule. So I'm waking up, I'm feeling energized, I'm not feeling like I'm drowsy or anything like that from the previous day. So the next one is creativity. The first habit I use is sort of phone-free deep work time. So when I'm in deep work, when I'm in those blocks of few hours where I'm working, my phone's on do not disturb. I only have urgent notifications that come through. I'm not picking up my phone to like be distracted. I'm in that deep work state and I'm just making sure that I'm getting the work done. It's really hard to do this initially, but it's something that's helped tremendously on actually achieving everything everything I want to achieve in the day. So the second one is, consuming inspiring content. I used to go on the treadmill and be like, look, I'm walking, I'm doing something healthy. So then I would watch a YouTube video that wasn't necessarily that educational. But now I've sort of changed my mindset towards that. At the moment, I'm not watching any like YouTube and stuff before 5 p.m. But now I'm just listening to audiobooks. So I have a big list of books that I want to get through, and I just listen to an audiobook and I do the walking and I train my brain. And all content I'm consuming now, like not all of it, obviously I still like watching movies and TV shows, but all of the like YouTube sort of content I'm consuming is educational, and I'm making sure that it's stuff that I'm like, okay, this is actually helping. This is helping me improve my mindset, improve my knowledge, improve like all of the stuff that I'm working on every single day. And the other creativity is just brainstorming my to-do list every day. Like at the end of the day, I just make sure that I have like my to-do list ready for the next day, so I know what I'm gonna do. If you go into the day without any plan, like you probably won't get much done. It's just kind of a fact. Like some people can, but I can't personally. I need like at least a list and a plan in my head of the stuff that I need to achieve. And if you're easily achieving it, add more. If you're struggling, then do your weekly review and add, like remove things from that list. So the last one is fitness. It's non-negotiable. The last one is fitness, staying healthy, social relationships, family, like super important, right? So fitness, 6 days a week, I do weightlifting. Another non-negotiable, when I'm traveling, sometimes it's more difficult, but when I'm like in my condo, in my routine, 6 days a week, I do that in the morning now. Like I have a morning routine, 1 hour first in the day, and then I go to the gym, and then I do 10,000 steps. So 7 days a week, I'm also doing walking. Just keeps you burning fat, and it's just good to move, especially if you're like not doing much movement in the rest of the day. And the other one for fitness is focusing on protein over calories. I was through this phase in my life where I was trying to become from like skinny to bulking, and I would just bulk to the extent of like, I eat whatever. I eat McDonald's, I eat burgers, I eat pizza, whatever, because I'm like, it's calories. I just need to get the calories in. But now the way that I see diet is like, diet fuels your brain, fuels your gut, like fuels how everything feels. So now that I've cut down my weight and I see like the actual progress with my muscle growth as well, I'm like, okay, I just need to hit my protein goal. That's the key. And if you try and hit a protein goal, especially if it's high, like mine's like 180 grams, you're generally going to get a pretty good calorie content regardless. So that's my main focus for eating, and just because it makes you feel good, and also like the food is generally healthier when you're just targeting that sort of goal. And the last one is having a stretching or mobility routine. In the morning, part of my routine is stretching. I use like a band to do some stretches. I do some wall stuff to improve my posture, and also like sometimes yoga. I'm looking for a yoga class to sign up to, because yoga is really good just for overall mobility, and you don't want to be like a weightlifter who just can't move their body at all. So yeah, how to implement these things that I'm talking about. Use an app like a habit tracker like Grit. It's on the App Store, Grit, G-R-I-T. It's really good. You can just use a calendar as well to maintain your overall schedule. That's pretty much the two things that I use. To-do list as well, to like have the daily tasks. So like Grit for habits, to-do list for tasks, and then a calendar for general, routine meetings, stuff like that. And real change takes time. Like the biggest change I've seen has been over the past year. Like my happiness level is just really high. I don't even want to really sleep. I just want to like get up and do stuff and work and like be social, things like that. You have to just stick to it. You have to compound these habits. You have to like slowly add them. And once you do, your life and your lifestyle will improve dramatically, especially if these habits you're implementing are to do with these sort of things that I've spoken about in this video today. So feel free to message me on Instagram. I'm going to potentially start posting some content there, so feel free to follow me or message me if you have any questions. And also, as I mentioned earlier in the video, I do one-on-one coaching, so please just check out my website, thepillars.life, and just have a look, see if it's something that could help you. And if it can, then just feel free to book a call, because I'm working with people directly one-on-one to implement stuff like this into their lives and just remove like any limiting beliefs, remove things that are holding you back. So if you do want to do that, feel free to check out my website. It's on the screen, thepillars.life. And thanks for watching. Hopefully you got something useful out of this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks.